estimated for the whole lot, this collection of silver-plated items, at £30 to £60. I want to try and buy them, as well as an art glass mushroom lamp estimated at £300 to £400. I want to buy it. And what about this then? An oak coffer. It's over 300 years old, estimated at £50 to £80. I'm desperate to buy it. Come with me. Let's go and buy some antiques. Come on then, let's get started. £30 to £60 for a huge collection of silver-plated items. So many items, in fact, the auctioneers have hilariously described it as a collection of EPNS, too many pieces to count. I don't blame them. I wouldn't know where to begin. You've got knives, forks, salt pots, pepper pots, teapots, milk jugs, picture frames, all sorts of stuff. If you want to get started in the antiques business, all you need to do is buy that lot and you are up and running. I really fancy a go at this at the right sort of money. I could parcel it off into little sections, show you how to do it, show you how to prepare these things for sale and sell them over a long period of time. It'd be interesting to see how much we can turn this little lot into. So let's delve in a little bit, see what you think. Nice frame. There's a vase down there. There's a trophy on the left-hand side, a basket. Oh, look at that. That's a cocktail shaker. That's a lot of fun. Okay, talking of fun, £30 to £60 for the lot. And what a lot you get. The auctioneer couldn't count the lot. I haven't counted it, and I don't think I ever will. But I'm going to bid top whack. £60 plus the commission, 25% or thereabouts. There's profit to be made here. So that's my bid. That's my prediction. What about you? How much do you think it's going to sell for? Let's go and find out. Okay, this is Thomas Watson, Auctioneers in Darlington, and I'm bidding live from home.
Lot 60, EPNS.
Here it is.
A lot of pieces, and as I've mentioned on the catalogue there, too many to count. Lots of pieces, 20 only. 30.
Here we go. I'm bidding.
So I'm bidding.
In the lead.
50.
Outbid. Come on, back in the lead. No, outbid straight away. Oh, it's taking off now. You've got to draw the line. I said no more than 60. I'm not going any more than 60. It's going to keep on going.
70 I have now. 75, Alex. 80. £75 with the sale room.
Oh, blimey. Should I have another go?
80 with sale room.
No.
At £80, selling then at £80, all finished. £80, the bidder is with sale room at £80, all done.
Okay, I've got to say I'm a bit disappointed. I really wanted to get my teeth into that, but there's an awful lot of work for not very much return. £80 hammer plus the commission takes it to just over £100. I could have gone on, but you have to learn to stop. You've got to be hard in your bidding. That's where you make your profit. Buy it cheap. Okay, moving on. Let's see if I can get lucky with that gorgeous lamp. Now this, I've got to tell you, is a really good looking thing. So Art Nouveau in its style. So the style harking back to 1900, 1905. Think Tiffany's, that kind of thing. The Tiffany lamps. It's art glass. And when we call something art glass, we mean it's an individual piece of art. It's all completely hand blown. So this is not a factory machine made thing. It's an individual piece of art, and it screams it when you look closely at it. It wasn't made yesterday. It's difficult to date glass if it's not signed. You know, the famous makers Dawn, Lalique, all of those people sign their work, and you can get an idea of its date. So when you're looking at something that hasn't been signed, you've got to use your detective skills, and I'm going to show you a couple of things to look out for. Actually, first of all, I'm going to talk about its quality, because the quality is superb. And with glass, you've got to make sure that there are no cracks, even invisible cracks in actual fact. You may not be able to see a crack, but you can hear if there's a crack in glass. And I'm just going to experiment here. I'm going to hold it nice and gently and give it a gentle tap. Let's listen to the glass. It'll tell us everything we need to know. Here we go. Oh. it rings like a bell. If there was a hidden crack in that glass, it would sound like this. Thuddy, leady, and dull. So that glass is absolutely perfect. There is only one piece of glass like that in the world. Totally hand blown. Now the body itself, you can see the lovely air bubbles in here, captured on the day this thing was made. And when it's illuminated, not only will the shade, you know, cast the spells of light radiating from that glass and the inclusions in the glass, but so will the base. That will illuminate. Nicely polished off on the base there. This is where the pontil mark would have been, the thing that held the glass to the blowpipe. It snapped off and then it's been polished nice and smoothly. So what about age? We know the quality is there. Let's take a look at the light fitting itself. So look at that. It's been cut off by the auctioneers, that wire, because they can't guarantee that it's safe, and it won't be safe. You've just got two wires there. The new modern wiring, of course, is 3 wires with an earth. So this would be a dangerous lamp if you just wired this up with another couple of wires. It needs rewiring, and you've got to build that in. Remember, the estimate is £300 to £400 plus around 30% commission. The fitting itself has age. Now, when you handle these things, you will get to understand them. You'll get a feel for them. Even look at the switch itself. It's not quite Bakelite, but it's an early form of plastic. So I think the lamp is possibly 1930s, not much later than 1950. So it's a really good thing. Look online. You will see these advertised on websites like First Dibs and similar for huge money with names like Dawn. It might be 10 grand if it's a Dawn. If it's a Tiffany lamp, similar money, thousands of pounds, but it's an unmarked thing. It could be Italian, so it could be Murano, or it could even be Scottish. It could be Monart, but we don't know because there is no signature. But £300 to £400, if I can get it, 350, 380 plus the commission, I'll rewire it and there is profit in that lamp. So my prediction is my bid, 380. Again, more hope than anything else. Let's go and see how much it sells for.
181, 181, nice mushroom art glass lamp here, 181. I have bids on showroom, but also on the book, so I'm going in at 200.
Okay, I'm in. Every time you see me click, that's me bidding. If it goes green, like that, oh, I'm in the lead. Then immediately I get outbid. I'm only going to 380, that's it. Oh dear, here we go. Let's see how much it finally sells for.
420 with showroom, 440 easy live, 440 with easy live, 460 with showroom, 460, 480 I have now, 500, 500 with showroom, 500 with showroom, 550 easy live, 600 with showroom, 600 at £600 with showroom at £600, 650 thank you with easy live at 650, at 650 bids now with easy live at 650, showroom's out. At 650 bids with easy live, selling at £650, sold out.
Wow, okay, 650 hammer price plus the commission, that takes it just under 850 plus your rewiring cost. For me as a dealer, there is no profit in that lamp and it's easy to overspend. So as much as I loved it, I'm happy I dropped out at 380. Okay, how did you do? Did you get closer in your prediction to the final hammer price than me? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's move on to something I absolutely adore. And welcome to a proper antique. This is an oak coffer and it dates to 1670, maybe 1730, not much later than that. I mean, the person that first owned this thing probably remembered the English Civil War. Just try and get your head around that. It's crudely made, coffers like this. You might call it a blanket chest. and that would work. But the true really word is coffer. They've been around for centuries. Nobody really knows how long they've been around for. They're just very good, stout, solid things, and they were designed to hold stuff. Could be food, could be blankets if you got it at the end of your bed. It could be treasure. Many of these things were buried during the English Civil War with treasure. You'd be surprised. They've been used for all sorts of things. Seats, benches, babies, cots, coffins. Yes, even coffins. Many a person has been buried in a very big coffer. And there's a very good reason why it's lifted off the ground on these feet. Now, it's very simple. Think about it. Let's say this was made in 1670. In 1670, your home, my home, would have had very damp floors. And as we know, food or fabrics, they don't react very well to damp floors. So you've got to lift the thing that's holding the stuff inside the coffer. You've got to lift the thing off the ground on these feet. And so it was a functionality to keep things dry. But what's nice about this is this. The feet themselves are still quite tall. It probably would have been taller when new, but over very many generations, as the damp started eating away and rotting the feet, people would tip them over and shave the damp, rotten wood off. And over generations, the coffers would reduce in height. But this one's still quite tall. You'll often see coffers with barely any evidence whatsoever of its original feet. And you probably have a chest of drawers at home. I'm sure you do. Well, this is the father of the chest of drawers that you have at home. Let me explain. So at some point, somebody thought, wouldn't it be a very good idea to fill this gap here with a drawer? Let's say you were living in a house with dry floors, so you didn't really need to lift your furniture off the floor. So it's a great idea. Fill this area with a drawer. That was a brand new piece of furniture, and the world called it a mule chest. Then, a little later, somebody thought, well, rather than having this very awkward lift-up lid where you've got to dive down deep below to find something at the bottom, rip it all out, it's very unpractical in that regard. Why don't we seal the lid and fit a flight of drawers to match the base and make a chest of drawers? So you'll find that after around 1750, not very many coffers were made because nobody wanted them. They were just unfashionable. But back to the design itself, it's really basic. It's basically planks of wood nailed together and doweled as well, very basically constructed, but made, of course, to last generations. If you've got one of these at home and you've got a lift-up box on the inside, that was designed specifically to hold candles because, of course, candles were vital. If you ran out of candles, it's like you running out of electricity. You had no light, you couldn't function. So candles were vital at this time, and you had to keep them protected and dry. Looking at the hinges, actually, you can see that the hinges are original, very basic, almost medieval in their style. So that's really nice. And then somebody at some point has plastered newspaper at the back of this, and I can see it's dated 1852. Now that's really lovely, really interesting, because that newspaper was put on this chest when it was probably 150 or 200 years old. It was an antique in 1852. So the market is tricky for these things, estimated at 50 to 80 pounds now. But if you've watched any of my previous shows here on YouTube, you'll see that antique furniture really is beginning to move again, upwards, not downwards. It's now going up. Things like coffers haven't quite started to make that movement. It's more the top end stuff, but they will follow. So at 50 to 80, it's for nothing. I'm going to have a go at it. I'll bid to 80 plus commission, 30%, owe me just over 100 quid. Now, if I can't sell that for just over 200 quid with all of that backstory, there's something dramatically wrong. So that is my prediction. I'm going to bid 80. I reckon I'll get it. I might be tempted to bid a bit more. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to aim for 80. What do you think? What's your valuation? See if you can get closer to the real price than me Let's go watch it sell. Come on, let's get this one bagged.
449 is an antique oak double panel front coffer.
Come on.
2 bids opening at £55.
I'm in.
At £55.
I'm in at 65.
65 on the sale. At £65.
Come on, I could do with buying something.
At £65.
That would be nice. That would be lovely.
Well done.
Go on.
£65.
Go on. Yes! And it's mine. What a buy, what a bargain. Owes me just under 85 quid with the commission. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm done for the day. And I can't begin to tell you how pleased and excited I am with the coffer purchase. It's great. There's going to be some nice profit in it, and I can't wait to get it back to the shop and give it some light restoration with some lovely beeswax. Actually, I'll make a video around that and show you how to prepare these things and add that value you need to do to make money out of them. So come back here to YouTube sometime soon to see that and more shows like this. Leave some comments, get in touch. Until next time, I'm David Harper. Cheerio.